No matter how much people on the left talk about compassion, they have no compassion for the taxpayers.
Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. This time we're tackling a quote that's, well, it's pretty loaded.
Right.
This is from the economist Thomas Sowell.
Right.
And it reads, no matter how much people on the left talk about compassion, they have no compassion for the taxpayers.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's definitely a statement that's going to get some people thinking.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that's why we're diving into it today.
Yeah.
So we've got some pretty key terms here.
Yeah.
Compassion, left, taxpayers.
Mm-hmm.
What jumps out at you just right away?
Well, I think to really understand this quote and where Sowell is coming from, it kind of helps to look at his other work.
Okay.
For example, in his book, A Conflict of Visions,
Okay.
he talks about two contrasting ways of looking at society. One is all about individual responsibility, limited government, free markets.
Right.
And then the other one is more focused on the well-being of everyone together, social justice and the government stepping in to help. And so this quote, it feels like it comes from that first perspective, the one that's more about
individual.
Yeah, individual responsibility.
Okay, so it's not just about compassion generally,
right? But
more about how different groups see the connection between compassion and how we use public money.
Exactly. It's about whose compassion matters more in a way. Because Sowell's saying that these policies that are supposed to be about helping people,
right,
they might actually end up hurting the taxpayers without even really helping those they're meant to help.
So then where does compassion fit into all of this? Is he saying that people on the left just don't care about those in need at all?
No, not exactly. It's not that black and white. It's more that he's saying their way of helping often doesn't consider the impact on taxpayers enough.
Okay, so it's more about the approach, not the actual feeling of compassion.
Right. It's he's questioning the method, not the motive.
Okay, I see that. But I mean, you said nuance before, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, hasn't there been times when government programs, even with the best of intentions?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Don't really work out the way they were supposed to?
Totally. I mean, think about social safety nets.
Okay.
On the one hand, they're all about compassion, right? Helping those who are struggling. But then again, some people argue that they can make people too reliant on them.
Oh, so they almost discourage people from working because they know they have that safety net.
Exactly. And then that puts a strain on the whole system.
So it's a constant balancing act.
Yeah.
Between taking care of people and making sure the system can actually support everyone.
Yeah, you got to find that sweet spot. It's tricky.
Definitely. And so maybe where you stand on all of this affects how you feel about taxes in general.
Oh, absolutely. If you think a strong safety net is important, then higher taxes might seem like a good investment.
Right.
But if you're more about individual responsibility,
right,
then those same taxes could feel like a burden.
Like you're being punished for your success. It's almost like two sides of the same coin. You
know?
Both saying they're all about compassion, but showing it in completely different ways.
That's what makes it so complicated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what can our listeners take away from all of this? Where do we even go from here?
Well, I think the first thing is to figure out where you stand.
Okay.
On that whole individual versus collective thing.
What's most important to you personally?
Right. How have your own experiences shaped how you see taxes and the government's role? And maybe even more importantly, what does compassion actually mean to you?
Especially when it comes to making policies.
Right?
Yeah, it's easy to just get caught up in the political back and forth. But at the end of the day, these are real issues that affect all of us.
Absolutely.
And there's no easy answers.
No.
So it's important to have these conversations, to really listen to different perspectives and to keep asking the tough questions.
So digging deeper.
Exactly. So keep diving deep, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.